What's up, everybody? You're very welcome to an early late night agenda. Obviously, we'll be doing the watch along a little bit later on in the Reds trip to take on Preston in the League Cup. So I thought I'd come on a little bit early today, have a little chat around the links to Jude Bellingham. I say links in loose terms. I will talk about the price tag that apparently Dortmund have set for him and a few other bits and pieces as well along the way. But most importantly, I just wanted to do a little bit of extra streaming ahead of the game tonight because, hey, why not? It's match day. Who doesn't love a match day? I love a match day, me. So, right, look, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into you all. I'll wait for the chat to fill up a little bit before we get stuck into it. But, yeah, so people, obviously losing their shit in the chat about the Jude Bellingham price tag, but hey, don't give out to me. I don't set the price tag, ladies and gentlemen. I just report what we're told, what we read, what we see as always. And look, we'll get into the conversation about do we think Liverpool will pony up the dough or not. We'll talk about alternatives, of course, and lots of other stuff as well. But, ladies and gentlemen, I would not be here today. We wouldn't be here today without our friends at manscaped.com. Do not forget that Christmas is coming this year. Not too far away. I know it's only October time, but with the delay in shipping and stuff, with, the logistics around the world, maybe you just want to get that little Christmas present a little bit early. And if you do want one of your loved ones to join the 2 million men around the world who trust the Performance Package 4.0 from Manscaped, then you need to use our discount code WFM20 to get 20% off and free shipping. You know the package at this point. You get the Weed Whacker, you get the Lawnmower 4.0, ball toner, ball deodorant, boxer brief, shed travel bag. You get it all involved. It is honestly a great piece of kit. It comes in a lovely box as well. Very good Christmas present for somebody. I'm actually getting one for one of our loved ones. I say loved ones. It's my brother-in-law. I love him, but it's my wife's brother. So yeah, we're going to get one for him. And again, if you guys are looking for any Christmas presents early, WFM20, manscaped.com. Right. Craig, where's Kelleher? Looks like he won't be around for today's game. Yeah, we will hopefully stay on until the team news comes out. But yeah, it doesn't look like Queven Kelleher is going to be available today, ladies and gents. It looks like he is still ill after, I don't know what the illness is, but from what I've been told anyway, it looks like it'll probably be ADRIAN that starts off in goal. But yeah, look, let's talk about Jude Bellingham, shall we? Because I know there's going to be people asking me to go back over it again. But so the price tag seems to be set for Jude Bellingham by Dortmund. This comes via Bild. I'm not sure if it's Bild or Sport Bild, but it's one of the German publications. And they believe that Dortmund are going to ask for £101 million or around €120 million for Jude Bellingham. Now, look. Do I think Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool pay £101 million for Jude Bellingham? I do not. No, I don't. I wish they would. I'd hope that they would, but I don't see it happening. We often throw around the phrase generational talents and stuff, and I think Bellingham falls into that category. It's early days, I know. He's still a young man, I know, but what a footballer he is. And I wish we would. I wish I would sit here with some confidence and say, yeah, I think Liverpool will get a deal done for Jude Bellingham, but I don't. As much as I want them to come, there's absolutely no way that Liverpool drop £100 million on Bellingham. I mean, unless we can pull a masterstroke out, maybe knock the price down, include a player, I don't know. But for me, I'd like us to be in the conversation. I want the lad badly. I've said this over and over again. He'd be top of my list of priorities to come in midfield. Imagine a midfield with Bellingham, Jones and Harvey Elliott going forward. So for me, I think Ryan Gravenberch is a good alternative option. He has 18 months or so left on his Ajax contract. They're looking to try and get him to renew, but Liverpool, I think United, Juventus and other clubs, I believe, and many clubs around Europe are hovering around looking at Ryan Gravenberch. So yeah, look, I don't think we pay £101 million for Bellingham. I really don't. But somebody will. Somebody will, and somebody will get a fine player. And I don't know what to say in it. Because look, like someone said in the chat there, the dream is ruined. And it does feel that way because if Dortmund have set that price, and look, it's one thing saying Dortmund have set the price because they set a price for Jadon Sancho and they eventually ended up taking about 30 million less than that when United eventually bought him. I remember seeing Sancho's price about €130 million, €120 million at one point, and I think United got him for about, in euros, I think about maybe €88 million, about £78 million, something like that. So yeah, unfortunately, I wouldn't be holding out for Liverpool to sign Jude Bellingham if that is indeed the asking price. Now look, if anybody in the chat, and I'm hoping you can help me out here, if anybody can come up with some mad way you think Liverpool can afford it, whack it into the chat and we'll discuss it. GSC9671 said better options out there for less. Yes, I would say that's fair. Now, on Jude Bellingham, one thing that obviously adds to his price tag is the fact that if a Premier League club buys him, he fits the homegrown quota. Do you know what I mean? He's a homegrown player, so you do have that on your side, which would, of course, apply a premium to Premier League clubs looking to buy Jude Bellingham, because homegrown player is no good if he was going to Spain or he was going to Italy or anything like that, because it wouldn't apply to them. So you would imagine it'll be a Premier League club. We all know that Jordan Henderson has been quite pally with Jude Bellingham, a bit of a mentor to him when he's been away with England. Look, we can dream, but I think that's all it's going to be honest with you. It's, yeah, if that's the price tag, as much as I love him, I don't see any way that Liverpool spend £100 million on him. I just don't. Lewis said he's a class player, but not worth that much. Do you know, I get where you're coming from. Like, I'd love him at Liverpool. There's no denying the lad's quality. He would drop into any midfield in Europe. He'd do a job. I mean, you could keep a lad at the club for many, many, many years and still sell him on for a massive profit. But I can only talk about the history of what Liverpool have done. And any time Liverpool under FSG have made a big signing, it has usually been after we've moved somebody on for serious, serious money. So, look, unless somebody gets sold for an obscene amount of money, I just can't see how we afford Jude Bellingham. But Gravenberch, definitely a possibility. There will be a battle for a signature. The only thing I would urge caution with around Ryan Gravenberch is his agent, because it is Mino Raiola. Yes, Mino Raiola is Ryan Gravenberch's agent. He has, well, I say 18 months, just over 18 months to run on his Ajax contract. Ajax are trying to tie him down to a new deal. So, you know, take it from that, whatever you want, ladies and gents. The other players we spoke about, of course, are Rafinha. And we'd seen Rafinha's agent come out recently. I think Deco is his agent. I think he's the guest of few agency, which will be George Mendes' agency. I think he's probably more likely to move on at the end of the season for a reasonable amount, but I don't know. I hope he doesn't go back to Man City. I really do. I hope we don't see Bellingham at either of the Manchester clubs, because quite frankly, if he ends up at Manchester United, I'm worried. I'm very worried. Man U really want him, I know. They tried to sign him before he went to Dortmund. They left it a little bit too late, and Jude had already decided that Dortmund was where he was going to go. There's talk, actually, that Dortmund are trying to bring in Jude's younger brother to Dortmund as well. So, you know, another player, I think, coming through, or Birmingham, excuse me. Don't think many players will want to go to United, said Kate. I would hope that's the case, obviously. You know, being a Liverpool fan, Kate, I would hope there aren't too many queuing up to join the, right now, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer revolution. And what a revolution it's been. We can't buy Bellingham for that amount. That's pound, by the way, Okoro. So what you've been there is euros. 120 million euro, dude. 101 million pound there or thereabouts with the current exchange rate. So, yeah, I don't know. It's I'm sure, look, one thing I'll say is, as disappointing as these things are, sorry, I'm just messing up my mic here, as disappointing as these things are to read, you can rest assured that Jurgen Klopp, Michael Edwards, Dave Fallows, the rest of the recruitment team, Pep Linders, they will have targets, and they will have good quality targets that they'll be looking at. So, you know, I don't think we buy in January, by the way, Hyper Shane, just my opinion, mate, unless we pick up a serious injury between now and January in midfield, I don't see that we buy in January, unfortunately. Look, stranger things have happened. Maybe something becomes available that Klopp likes the look of, but I think next summer is the one where we're going to see the players come. But look, we don't just want to talk about transfers. That is, of course, what we started the stream with tonight, but we do have a game coming up today, and it looks like we're going to get to see the likes of maybe Musialowski either starting or on the bench. Balagazy, I think he'll be there or thereabouts. It'd be interesting to see if Conor Bradley gets a look in. And look, that's why I came on early, because I wanted to be on when the team news comes out, so we could have a little look at that. And Conor's going to send me a message when the team news comes in, and then we'll have a chat around that, and then I'll take a few minutes break and we'll come back with the watch along. What else we got? Do I think we'll lose Michael Edwards at the end of the season? Unfortunately, Hashim, I do. So we know his contract is up with Liverpool at the end of the season, Michael Edwards. But I've seen a lot of people interested in him. Obviously, Barcelona are one of the clubs that are interested in Michael Edwards' talents, and you could understand why. Barcelona right now putting a lot of faith in youth because they have to, and looking to do a bit of a rebuild on the cheap, and you could understand why they would look at somebody of Michael Edwards' talents for a job like that. But whatever happens, I think I know for a fact that Liverpool have had somebody working alongside Michael Edwards, but look, as if Michael Edwards got to tell anybody all the secrets, you know what I mean? The lad got to where he got to because he's good at what he does. So, like everybody else, I hope that Michael Edwards goes nowhere, but again, his contract is out at the end of the season with the club. If we don't buy in January, our Ferrari is going to get tired. Is it though? Like, I see where you're going, Wilbert, obviously, but it's just not a month where Klopp likes to do business, January. Because let's say we sign somebody in January. I think we'll all agree that it's very rare that Jurgen Klopp drops somebody straight into the team. So if we bought somebody in January, probably a little few appearances off the bench. But like with Canade, like with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, like with Andy Robertson, Klopp usually gives it a couple of months before these lads are up to speed and he drops them in. So you could argue, and it is a valid argument, that if you brought somebody in January, worst case scenario, you've got them assimilated into the squad and ready for the new season, which is going to be a short summer, by the way, because it's an early start because of the Winter World Cup in Qatar next year. Edouard off Celtic is on the move. Yeah, he's playing for Crystal Palace now, dude. He's already signed for Crystal Palace. He's playing alongside Benteke there, so that's one that we can put a line under. Chris, thank you for the super chat, my man. Very kind of you, Chris Mitchener. Said the price of Jude will only increase now that Haaland is out for the season. Is he out for the season, Haaland? I thought he was only out for a few weeks, to be honest with you, Chris. Now, again, dude, I could have missed something. It could have been worse, but what I'd seen is that he was out for a few weeks. He's BVB's mess with no replacements. Well, another good player who I know Klopp likes from Dortmund. Again, I'm not saying we're genuinely in for this guy, but I know Klopp's kept an eye on him, is Gio Reyna, and I really like Gio Reyna as well. Almost never catch you live, but love you, Lord. Okay, that's so kind of you, the Mantis, mate. Look, you guys are fucking awesome. You know I love you all. And the kindness you guys have been shown lately, I mean, it's humbling and I really appreciate it. But don't ever... I'm a normal dude like you guys. Don't forget, I'm a normal person. Just chat at me like you chat to your mates. Do you know what I mean? I love it, though. I love it. Craig, thoughts on Adrian's start? It's to be expected. If Kelleher was fit, Kelleher would start. But unfortunately, Queeveen's ill. So it looks like it will be Adrian to start. And yeah, look, am I worried that he starts? Yes, of course I am. I'm worried every time Adrian starts, but I'll get behind him like everybody else, and I hope we can get the job done. Look, I'll let you guys know when the team news comes out, or hey, look, if you get it before me, lash it into the chat and we'll discuss it. Craig, you're not a normal person anymore, you're a lord. Yeah, but you could be a lord as well, Keane. Do you know what I mean? I am a lord. There is no lying about that. People tuning in might be going, what is this lad shiting on about? Let me see, do I have it here? I do have it here, do I? Do I have it here? Nah, I don't have it on this one. It's on the watch along. Sorry, I thought I had the image. No, I don't have it. Where was I going with this? Yeah, so today what we're going to do is we're going to have a watch along of the game starting from 7:15. I'll be joined by Jack Gill for that one. Then after the game, we'll have a post-match show coming up with myself, Chris Stonage and Paddy Murphy again. And depending on how the night goes, we might do a player ratings video as well. Opinions about Musialowski. From what I've seen of him, looks like an undoubted talent. But yeah, let's wait and see how he gets on. I'm somebody that loves the idea of young players coming through, but I don't like putting too much pressure on them. Not just a lord, but an absolutely gorgeous man. Liam, if only my wife... she does, obviously. She thinks I'm alright, mate. Do you know what I mean? But look, I am what you see. Do you know what I mean? That's me, mate. I am what you see. Craig, get the dancing alien up on the desk. Okay, since I don't have the Lord thing, there's a bit of Newland for you. Don't blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Right, what else we got? Craig, what do we think about the player that came out as gay? How do I say this in the nicest possible way? I don't care what any football player does outside of the football pitch. As long as they are happy, as long as they have love in their life, I'm all good. Do you know what I mean? It's the same as anybody else. I'm all about love. So, great, these barriers are being broken down. Great that people feel comfortable enough to come out and speak about these things. But I also feel like it's their private life, and their private life is absolutely nobody else's business. So, great to see the player in the A-League come out as openly gay. I wish him all the best, and I wish him love and happiness like anybody else. That's the way I am. You find somebody in life that you love, have at it. Enjoy yourself. That's that's all we want for everyone in our lives, isn't it? It's what we want for our friends, our loved ones. Just find love, be happy, and smile. There you go. Did we finish the Jude Bellingham topic? Look, the topic really is, AJ, that if anybody wants to buy him, it looks like 120 million euros the price tag that, according to Bill, that Dortmund are setting for him. So it was an A-League player, Kate, a player in the A-League in Australia. So the Australian League. I don't know the guy's name, I don't remember. I just seen it when I was scrolling through my phone and I just thought, good on him, fair play. I'm just here for your singing. Oh, do you know what I mean, Cedric? Do you know what I mean? Craig's got talent, not. Craig, I'm not sure about you, but I'm still on about the Sunday bounce. Oh, Dwayne, mate, I'm walking on a cloud since Sunday, dude. I'm going around the gaff just singing songs, and I still have Match of the Day 2 recorded on my Skybox, and I'm watching it. See, in Ireland we don't have the BBC iPlayer because it's region locked to the UK, so I just recorded Match of the Day 2, and I won't lie to you, dude, I'm still fucking watching it. I watched it another 4 or 5 times yesterday. Kelleher's ill, Byron, so I don't think he's playing today. It's going to be ADRIAN from what I've been told. Caoimhín Kelleher's, I'm not sure what the illness is, but he's still ill, unfortunately. What do I think about Isaac for Origi? So we were linked with Alexander Isaac from Real Sociedad, Swedish international, before the Euros. But since then, Sociedad have tied him down to a new deal, which I can only imagine has an increased buyout clause than the €70 million buyout clause that was reportedly in his previous contract. So, you know, again, we're talking an obscene amount of money. You're awesome, Craig. Really enjoy your watch along on Sunday. You're brilliant. Thanks, Lord Craig. Jen, it's been fantastic having you involved as well. And thank you for the kindness with the super chat. You're very kind. But look, there's no need to thank me on any of this. I love doing this. This is, outside of being with my family, this is the highlight of my day. Kickoff, Kai, is at 7:45 tonight, dude. 7:45. I've already answered your Isaac for Origi question, Diaz there. I've literally just spent 2 minutes talking about it, dude. Here's a joke. Milner asked Klopp what time it is. Klopp said it's 5 past United. But boom. There was another good image I was sent where somebody was waking Ole Gunnar Solskjaer up and said, Ollie, come on, get up, it's 6. And he said, no, they've scored again. Gotta love it though, don't you? Da-da-da-da. Who'd be your ideal wide forward during January? Well, look, let's take January out of it and just say who'd be the ideal wide forward. It'd have to be Doku because I think it's the most realistic. Doku, I like. What's his name? His name just escaped me now for a second. Wolves Portuguese wide players. Names escaped me for the second because I was too busy thinking of song lyrics in my head there for a minute. So what's his name again? Neto, Pedro Neto. I like Neto. Rafinha, yeah, like Rafinha as well. But Neto, Harvey Barnes, Jeremy Doku, they'd probably be the top of my list there. Rafinha, yes, I could understand the links when we were linked to Jared Bowen as well. But Pedro Neto, for me, I know he's coming back from injury, but I've always liked Pedro Neto. And I look at him and I see similar attributes to Jota, as in the high work rate, the little bit of schneidiness, which I like as well. AJ, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, dude. If you want to become a member like AJ, all you have to do is click the blue join button. If you don't see that, there's a link in the description. You can join on there as well. It is $4.99 a month, but for match days, it's great because you get all the emojis. You get into our Discord group. Vlahovic is a good show, 7 a.m. Obviously, Dusan Vlahovic, Serbian international, if my memory is correct. Playing for Fiorentina. And a lot of clubs are looking at the guy. A lot of clubs are looking at Vlahovic. Very good age bracket as well for us. So, again, that's a solid link, I would say, mate, to Vlahovic. But again, look, we've heard Klopp speak time and time again about what Bobby does in the team and how Bobby has almost reinvented the false nine role to some extent. So it would take a shift of the way that we play for us to bring somebody like a Vlahovic in. Whereas if you were talking about somebody like, and again, don't think he'll come, but I'm just throwing it out there, somebody like Chiesa, maybe Vlahovic, but more Chiesa, I could see perhaps slipping into what Bobby does. You know, a little bit of the high press, a little bit of the defending from the front. Obviously chipping in with some goals as well. And look, it's very easy to look at Federico Chiesa and see a lot to admire about the guy, because he's a pretty damn good footballer. Yes, Mr. Jury, certainly are doing a watch along, dude, from 7:15. Myself and Jack Gill will be doing it together. I love to get Jack involved when the younger players are coming through, because Jack is a font of knowledge about the underage players at the club. Imagine Adeyemi and Bellingham next season, said Ragnar. But with these owners, you know, spiel. Yeah. Adeyemi, again, another great prospect at Salzburg. I think 14 and 18 this season, if my memory's correct, for Adeyemi. But all the vibes that I've been getting from the articles I've been reading and the stuff I've seen attributed to him, quotes and stuff, I get the feeling that he's going to go back to Germany. So I get the feeling that Adeyemi will end up at Borussia Dortmund, Bayern Munich, players like that. But look, somebody mentioned it at the start of the stream, and I meant to talk about it at the time, but I want to circle back around to it. A great show from somebody in the chat was Florian Wirtz, the guy from Bayer Leverkusen, who's stepped up massively, obviously, since Bayer Leverkusen lost Kai Havertz to Chelsea. Florian Wirtz looks like an outstanding talent. Outstanding. Thoughts on Vinicius Jr. this season? Been on great form. Exactly as you said. He has been on very good form, Vinicius Jr. I think Real Madrid will win La Liga this year. I think they just have a little bit too much quality. Not the Real Madrid of old, you know, but very good, solid squad. Do you think 100 million for Jude Bellingham since knowing FSG? I don't think we'll spend that. No, I really don't. I mean, I love him. There is no other midfielder. Well, I say there's no other midfielder. There's a couple. You know, Pedri would have been nice, but he signed a new deal at Barcelona with with £1 billion buyout clause. Ansu Fati, similar situation at Barcelona. A new contract, €1 billion buyout clause. Outside of them, there's the kid from Italy. What's his name again? Not Tonali, the other guy. Somebody help me out here in the chat again. I'm drawing blanks. The Italian kid who was fantastic during the Euros. This is where you guys help me out. Yes, Nicola Barella, thank you. Or Barella, yes. Barella will be right up there with Jude Bellingham for me. Barella, Pedri, Bellingham. They'd be that top three for me. And then in the bracket just underneath, the likes of Ryan Gravenberch, stuff like that. I also like, if we're talking about a wide attacking player or somebody who can bang goals, Anthony as well. Anthony from Ajax is outstanding. Sam said, to be fair, whoever we sign, big name or not, we know they have a good chance of succeeding. Absolutely. That's one of the few benefits of the way we do business is we're fairly sure that however we bring in, they're going to be really good. FSG out said Kessie from Milan is class. I won't say a love-hate relationship with Frank Kessie, but I watch Frank Kessie sometimes and I see what all of you talk about. I see an absolute superstar in the making, somebody who can dominate midfield. Then other times I watch Frank Kessie and he goes missing. So I know his contract at AC Milan is up at the end of this season. I know that there'll be a whole host of clubs that are looking to sign him, but I've always read that it's more likely he'll renew at AC Milan. Now look, I don't know if that has changed, but it doesn't strike me as a Liverpool player. Anthony does look absolutely class. Very impressed with him when I've seen it. I heard the name mentioned last season about Anthony, and look, I've got to be honest, I ignored it completely. But this season I've paid a lot more attention to him, and, you know, mainly through goal highlights and stuff like that, I'll be honest, but very, very impressed with the guy. Sometimes you look at a footballer and, you know he's got talent, but there's just that little spark, isn't there? There's that little something in them. I like to call it like a bit of shithousery, or a little spark of anger, or a little bit of snidiness. Just something that I think a lot of the top players have, and I can't quite put my finger on it, but you know it when you see it, you know, that kind of way. Dembele is a shout as well. Look, I know a lot of people will automatically rule out Ousmane Dembele. They'll look at him and go, you know, he was a bit of trouble when he was at Dortmund, hasn't really done it at Barcelona. He's had big injury problems at Barcelona. But if anybody could get a tune out of Ousmane Dembele, you feel that it could be Jurgen Klopp. And if he doesn't sign a new contract at Barcelona, you know, why not? Why not have a little sniff around and see what the situation is? Hyper Shane says, is the quarterfinal draw tonight? No, it's on Soccer AM apparently on Saturday, mate. That's what I read yesterday anyway, that they'll be doing it. I think at Soccer AM on Saturday morning, which is very odd because you're right. Usually the quarterfinal draw would be after the games tonight, but Soccer AM. I suppose they're still trying to keep Soccer AM relevant. How much does Bellingham cost? Apparently, Blaze, according to Bild in Germany, the price tag has been set at 120 million euro, which roughly equates to about 101 million pound. Do I think Musialowski will play? Well, look, we'll find out in 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Vlahovic is a good shout. We spoke about him earlier on at Fiorentina. Certainly somebody who is attracting a lot of interest and has impressed massively with Serbia as well in the World Cup qualifiers. Do I watch 442s? I do. And I keep hoping that someday a big cartoon ball version of my head will fly into that cartoon, because Goldbridge has been on there. Everybody's been on there except little old me. So yeah, I'd love to get on there someday. Even my son watches 442, so it will be amazing. And it's, again, I don't know if anyone clipped up the Ben Foster clip for me from last night's stream, but Ben, do you know what I mean? Cycling goalkeeper. Here's the sitting on your arse goalkeeper, Mr. Foster. You know, great podcast there. You know, best one yet, Ben. It'll be crazy if Liverpool pays it for Bellingham. Yes, it would. It would be amazing, but it won't happen. Look, the only way it happens is if we sell somebody for a lot of money. Let's be quite frank about this. Which is shit. I know. It's shit. It's not what I want to be on here saying. Again, don't forget about Manscaped, by the way, ladies and gents. If you're looking for a Christmas present or at an early doors, Manscaped have some great offers on it at the minute, and you can get 20% off and free shipping with our discount code. Mo Salah needs that contract done. I'm hearing, Dwayne, again, don't take anything I say as gospel, because you're going to hear a lot of things, but I was sent a message by somebody quite high up in a prominent company that said to me they believe that it's close to a 4-year deal of 350 grand a week. I don't know if that's true or that's not true. I hope, like everybody else, that it's true. But I'm really confident. Like, I cannot imagine a scenario where they don't give Mo a new deal. I just can't. How could you not give the best player in the world a new contract? Even if it's just to protect his value. If anyone needs the time, it's 5 past the Gea. Well played, Nathan. Well played, sir. Just get Haaland for 75 mil. Yeah, it's not that simple though, Elijah, because I don't know if you've read up on it, but apart from the 75 mil it will cost to get Haaland, it looks like Mina Raiola wants not just a fee, a wage, from what I read, on top of the Haaland stuff. So yeah, look, we won't be signing Haaland. I think we can safely say that as well. Thoughts on a Jeremy Doku signing? I think that's probably the signing I'm most confident of Liverpool making. You know, we've a long track record going back with Jeremy Doku since he was 15 years of age at Anderlecht. We tried to get him across when he was 15. If my recollection of this is correct, I think they asked Romelu Lukaku at the time to have a word with him to get him to stay at Anderlecht to continue on his development, which of course he did. And I know Liverpool are still looking at him, and I think that is probably the most likely attacking signing that we make, is Jeremy Doku. I think it would be a fantastic signing as well. Doku versus Gordon. Why versus? Why not just both? Because Kate Gordon, look, he's still 16 years of age, I think. Maybe 17 at this point, I'm not sure. But, you know, again, probably 2 years away from really being, well, maybe a year and a half away from really being challenging. But an outstanding talent, Kate Gordon. It's just a shame that he probably won't make it tonight by the looks of it. Coming back from an injury, I think it's come a little bit too soon. So, yeah, 17 now. But, yeah, so like Harvey Elliott, I would say Kate Gordon will probably get a loan. I'm not sure if that loan might come at the end for the second half of this season, but I think he'll get a loan somewhere for a short period of time. Is the team out? Nice. Why isn't Crosby sending it to me then? Crosby, get up out of your arse and send me the team news, dickhead. I'm going to open up my messages because no doubt Crosby will send it to me momentarily. I'm going to message him going team. As soon as I get the team, don't worry, I'll send it out. I'm waiting for Crosby to send me a screenshot of it across because I can't use my phone when I'm on the stream because I use my camera on my phone for the streams now. I hope to see more Tyler Morton as well, mate. I thought he was fantastic. Second, he's read it now, so he's going to send me the team. I thought Tyler Morton was fantastic second half against Norwich. I thought he was a class above. Here we go. I've got the team now. Right, so here is the team for tonight, and massive thank you to Mr. Connor Crosby. So we've got Adrian in goal, Nico Williams at right back, Joe Matip and Joe Gomez are the centre back pairing, Costa Simicas at left back, Tyler Morton, Curtis Jones and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain in midfield. Then it's Blair, Minamino and Origi up top. With who we got? Pitaluga on the bench, Canade on the bench, Hughes on the bench, Firmino, Jota, Dixon, Bonner, Phillips, Beck and Bradley. So that's the red starting 11. Just again to go through it. Adrian, Nico Williams, Matip, Gomez, Tsimikas, Morton, Jones, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Blair, Minamino, Origi, and then on the bench, Gianluigi Pitaluga, Canade, Firmino, Jota, Dixon, Bonner, Phillips, Beck, and Bradley. That is the Reds starting 11 for tonight. And again, thank you to Connor for sending that across. Let me just X that off. Yeah, so we do know the starting lineup now. Again, thank you to Crosby for sorting me out with that one. Yeah, no Muzielovsky, no. Just let me just double check that. Yeah, no Muzielovsky. No, Kay Gordon. Excuse me, apologies. Kay Gordon is not even on the bench now, as I expected, because he is coming back from an injury. I don't know who Blair is either, by the way. I'm absolutely baffled by this. This is a Jack Gill question. I don't know who he is. I honestly have no idea. This is a Jack Gill question. Yeah, but I don't know. Lots of people in the chat, it confuses me. Harvey Blair signed for us from Man United under 12. I have no idea. There you go. Another new name for us to have a look at. But obviously, if he's starting the game tonight, Klopp must have been quite impressed with him, or he wouldn't be playing. Born in 2003. My God, another young flip. Oh, it's defo not Tony. Defo not Tony. So yeah, that is the squad. That is the team. And as I said, we will be live from 7:15 with our watch along. So yeah, lots to talk about. Barcelona 1-0 down against Rayo Vallecano, which is a massive result so far. Rayo Vallecano is a club that I'm very intrigued with, and hopefully getting over to look at a Rayo Vallecano game. If you don't know much about Rayo Vallecano, they're a club that are basically from a neighbourhood in Madrid, and very, very local club. Do a lot of great things in their community as well. Up in La Liga this season. Little bit of an Irish following for Rayo Vallecano as well. So yeah, interesting on that one, and I will try and watch a few minutes of that before half time. Yes, Kelleher's ill, not injured, ill. That's why he's not in the squad today. And Gianluigi Pitaluga is on the bench today with Adrian starting in goal. Will Sheriff make it to the round of 16? I don't know yet, but they're certainly in with a shout. Hyper Shane. You know, they got off to a good start, I believe. They dropped points in their last Champions League game, if my memory's right. What's the goss? Not much, Sam. We were just talking about the price tag that was set for Jude Bellingham, Borussia Dortmund, of about €120 million, according to Bild. Blair is an under-18 who's never played for the under-23s. Wow. What a big shout this is, then. What a big shout this is. That's madness. Again, look, for those coming in that haven't seen the team, let me just go through it one more time. Adrian in goal, Williams and Matip, Gomez and Tsimikas. So Williams at right back, Tsimikas at left back, Joel Matip and Joe Gomez are the centre back pair. Then in midfield, Tyler Morton, who very, very much impressed against Norwich in the second half in the third round. Curtis Jones, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, young Blair, who Connor spoke about there, who's an under-18s player. Mad. Takumi Minamino and Divock Origi on the bench. Gianluigi Pittaluga, Kanade, Firmino, Jota, Dixon Bonner, Phillips, Beck and Bradley. So again, a rest for Mo, which is good to see. Kate Gordon's injured. Well, he's just coming back from injury, O'Sheen. So this came just a little bit too early for him. Why playing Matip? Yeah, I'm surprised as well. You know, you would think, why not go with one of the other centre backs, mate? It's a fair point. Is Matip playing tonight then? Perhaps an indication that we're going to see Ibrahima Konate alongside Virgil van Dijk against Brighton on Saturday. That's another good show. Craig, in your opinion, does Klopp want to win this kind of competition, or has he just gotten attention? No, I think he'd ideally like to, Fabio. Now, look, you've got to make sure that your focus is on the Premier League and the Champions League, because they're the big money competitions. But I think, yeah, look, if we win tonight, mate, we're in the quarter-final, which is, you know, quarter-final, you're 3 games away from lifting a trophy, so you will take it seriously. No, Musialowski's not injured that I'm aware of. I think just not selected in the squad. 120 million euro, Zeno, or 101 million pound is the price tag, according to Bild in Germany. Mate, you don't have to spam the comments. I can see it the first time and the second time. It feels like Klopp wants Kanade to have some big tests. Yeah. And look, he came through the last one, Philip, with flying colours, didn't he? Kanade played well against United. He was brilliant. Brilliant against United. Absolutely quality. Yeah, I'm surprised about Nat Phillips as well. Unless, you know, we don't know. Unless Phillips is a knock or something, I would have... He must have a knock if he's not even on the bench. You know, no Nat Phillips tonight. Which a lot of people thought rightly. Maybe Nat Phillips gets a look in, but no Nat Phillips. So, yeah. Nat isn't even on the bench. Oh, he is on the bench, isn't he? Sorry, he is on the bench. Let me have a look at that bench again. Yeah, he's on the bench. Sorry. He is on the bench. That's my bad. Sorry. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm surprised he didn't start. But maybe Klopp just wants to give minutes. Well, look, Gomez starting, it's a no-brainer. We knew that was going to happen. But, yeah, I'm a little bit surprised to see Matip playing, to be honest with you. But I think it's probably an indication then that we're going to see Kanade alongside Van Dijk again at the weekend. We're not playing Mo in a cup game. Why risk your best player? I agree. Mo isn't in the squad tonight. He's getting a rest and a much needed rest. So yeah, I have no issues with that. Can you go through the team again? Yeah, no problem, mate. 1 sec. Let me just grab it up. Right, for those who missed out, this is the starting 11 and the sub. So starting out today, in goal, ADRIAN. At right back, Nico Williams. Left back, Kostas Tsimikas. Centre back pairing, Joel Matip and Joe Gomez. Then into midfield, Tyler Morton, Curtis Jones and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Then it's young Blair, who's an under-18s player, who apparently we brought in from United when he was 12 or something. Takumi Minamino and Divock Origi. That's the starting 11. On the bench, Pittaluga, Kanade, Firmino, Jota, Dixon Bonner, Phillips, Beck and Bradley. So no Sadio Mane, no Mohamed Salah. Obviously, Klopp giving these boys a rest ahead of the AFCON. You know, no need to risk them in this, which I think is fair enough. Pittaluga is the keeper on the bench. Rico, Pittaluga. Ox is an interesting choice. I think that's the midfield I predicted, to be fair. Tyler Morton, Curtis Jones, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain was my midfield and my predictions. But there's the starting 11 in the chat there now as well. I know the lineup's out, buddy. We've gone through it 3 times now. Karius wouldn't have even played if... Karius will never play for Liverpool again. I don't know how many times I have to say this before people believe me. Never play. How's your health? It's good, thank you, my man. It's good. I hope yours is as well. Strong lineup, said it's Rico. Yeah, it's not too bad at all, dude. Karius has a smaller chance of playing than me, exactly. And that's probably fucking true. Yes, Jamrock, that is the price that Bild have reported that Borussia Dortmund have let them know that that's how much Jude Bellingham would cost. 120 million euro or 101 million pound with today's. But obviously, Dortmund will deal in euro, so 120 million euro is the price that's being put on his head, according to Bild. Wife and kids are all good, Kane. All good, thank you, dude. Yes, we will be doing a watch along, Mike. We'll be starting at 7:15. So I'm going to do another 5 minutes here. Then I'm going to take a break for half an hour. And then myself and Jack Gill will be live for the watch along. And then we'll have a post-match show coming up with myself, Chris. Who's on tonight? Myself, Chris, and Paddy Murphy will be doing the post-match show as well. Yes, I did see the news about the AFCON, but look, I would work off the basis that the AFCON will go ahead. There are still some issues around the AFCON being in Cameroon. I think there is some stuff that needs to be sorted out with regards to the logistics, I believe, and some infrastructural stuff, but I think the vibe seems to be that they think it'll go ahead. But look, if you're in any doubts about a tournament at this late stage, it just seems madness. Why is everybody all of a sudden so concerned about my health? My health is fine, Luke, thank you. It's grand. That's weird. I'm like the fourth person who's asked me about my health. It's fine, apart from being a fat shit, mate. It's all good. No James Redmond on tonight, Chris. We get James on Mondays and Thursdays. So James will be live with me tomorrow night. Thoughts on the Save Talca Park campaign? I would like it to happen, Luke, to be honest with you. I mean, it's one thing redoing Dalymount and putting Bohemians and Shelburne into the same stadium, but Talca Park is it's a very famous stadium, dude, as you know. So I'm all for it. I hope that they do figure out a way to keep Talca Park, because I like the idea of Shelburne having their own ground, but then again, I am selfish. Right, QWERTY dickhead, you're gone. I mean, people were already looking for you to get fucked out, but now you've just annoyed me with your stupid question, so you're gone. Is Paddy a good friend of mine? I've only started getting to know him quite recently, to be honest with you. You know, he's a nice guy. I've really enjoyed having Paddy on all the streams he's been on. But I wouldn't say I know him that well. We're only starting to get to know each other now, obviously through doing some stuff together on the shows. No Muzielovsky, no Muzielovsky in the starting 11 or on the bench. So yeah, that's where we are, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to go get another cup of coffee before we get underway, but make sure that you're in and around at 7:15, because that's when we're going to be going live. And myself, Jack Gill, 7:15, and we'll take you right through the game, all the way through. Even if it goes to penalties, we'll take you right through. And just a reminder that there is no draw tonight after the game. The draw for the quarterfinals will be on Saturday on Soccer AM. I don't know who the hell Keane Costello is, Connor, so no idea. Right, look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to head off. Thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to Manscaped as well. If you're looking for an early Christmas present or a gift for a loved one, don't forget to check out manscaped.com. Use our discount code WFM20 to get 20% off and free shipping. Right, ladies and gents, I will see you in about half an hour. Talk to you then.